ماني ناظم صيانين أداها لبي قارين لا ليلة بيدي أمر ولا نزق التاني لبي ودات خمرة مسبات أخشات لبي لغات يد مني أنا كسل خلات لبي ياخ أنشمي خلاف الددياخ هنا لا جربت ممرات لأولفت رابع وبياخ لبي ياخ أنشمي خلاف الددياخ هنا لا جربت ممرات لأولفت رابع وبياخ.
Mama, don't stress your mind, we ain't coming home tonight. Hey, mama, gonna be alright, dry those eyes. We'll be back in the morning when the sun starts to rise. So mama, don't stress your mind, so mama, don't stress your mind, don't stress your mind.
دور الله مغدلون خاي لبدي يخشمشي كربت لامش معي دور الله مغدلون خاي لبدي يخشمشي كربت لامش معي.
What's love got to do with it, babe? What's love you got to show me love. What's love got to do with it, babe? What's love to love ya.
مودي بالصوت أمرنا مش من خيكي بينا مودي بالصوت أمرنا مش من خيكي بينا ونبيلا أغاني جلد وتقاطب دور.
Rhythm is a dancer, it's a soul's companion. You can feel it everywhere. You break my soul. Lift your hands and voices, free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air.
دوشالا بلطايد يوكا بورتم الوشتالم اوي موس مقتل وشتالم دوشالا بلطايد يوكا بورتم الوشتالم اوي موس مقتل شابرتم يا ذي الناخل يا دين.
Turn up the music, turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright. Let me hold you, girl, caress my body. You got me going crazy, you turn me on. It's about damn time.
لبي ودات خمرة مسبات أخشات لبي لغات يد مني أنا كسل غليات لبي ودات خمرة مسبات أخشات لبي لغات يد مني أنا كسل غليات.
We are back. The two brothers just talking.
We did
We did it perfectly this time. The
Don't
eagles
mess
have
up.
aligned. The stars have aligned. And we say Shlama. Shlama and welcome. Dachi Utun. It's been a while.
Edoch Prisha? Which one was it? Is it Edoch Prisha?
No, Edo Bricha. It was Christmas you wishing them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's fine, bro. Or Shetuchum Bruchta, if you want to say. Well, you can't say that. It's February, bro. It's like 30 days later. You know, I watched that show. What is it? Larry David and Curb Your Enthusiasm. I agree with him. I think after a certain number of days, you can't say, like, Happy New Year, you know? Like, if it, I give it a week after the New Year's, you can say Happy New Year, but after it's not. Like, it's, you know.
What happens if someone said Happy New Year 6 months later? Like, that
That'd
was
just be awkward and weird, you know? Like, but I'm just saying, like, there's a time where you just pass it, right? Like,
you can't say it.
You can't say it, but it's been a while. We've been MIA, busy with life. Things happen. sicknesses,
Broken
pain,
backs.
backs. You know, this is the part of it. But we want to show
not the jail.
we are consistent. You know, us two brothers it's an unbreakable bond. And if it, you know, we still have another one that you can replace and put in. But shout out to DB Clouded. DB Clouded. No, his spot is never replaceable. You know what I'm saying? But we say that now when they're around us. So today we just want to keep it short.
We'll give you some good updates.
We were laughing about this. You know, I know in one of my earlier and one of our earlier shows we talked about like the PC and Xbox. Where is that? What was it? Was it Evade that was talking so much about Xbox? Was it? I don't even know who it was. But
yeah, the one person called saying Xbox got this, all the exclusives. Now let's ask you a question. What did you recently see on that Twitter for Xbox? The Game Pass will be coming to PlayStation.
And not just PlayStation, on top of that, Nintendo. But that's a good, smart move for them. In all honesty, makes more money. I totally get it. I'll probably make them more money versus... So this is to say this is a Sega story. In this 2024 story, in this case, if we had to revert back, Sony would be Nintendo and Xbox would be Sega, right? As they switch from console to software base. So it's come to that. So guys, you know when you say Halo, guess what? I'm going to be playing Halo. You know, Gears of War, guess who's buying Gears of War? I'm buying it and playing it on PlayStation and Nintendo. I have a Nintendo Switch anyways, but in all honesty, Fable and all these games, you can't say anything anymore. What's the point?
And then, you know what was really smart? They could be making way more money because they're reducing their costs at the same time. Because they're not manufacturing. I'll put a bunch of people out of work. That's the shitty thing.
No, I don't think so.
They're not going to be manufacturing.
Who's going to be? You know how hard, like, time and effort it is to make new games and better games, and even like continuous games. It's like years of like work and amount.
Yeah,
right?
but not the games. I'm talking about like the actual consoles. Like they're gonna they're done after this pretty much. If I personally don't want them to say they're quitting out on that, I want them to still make Xboxes. Just because I like the competition. And I like rubbing it into Xbox people's face and PlayStation's on top.
Where is Evade? I think it was Evade. Was it Evade?
Yeah, it was Evade.
It was Evade. Well, we don't hear Evade. I know for you Xbox fans, you kind of feel like this. Is it going to do? It's raining.
Oh, shit.
You know, it is. But for Nintendo and... Sony, it's a good news story if that's what they said. So we were just talking and we're like, well, my brother here is saying maybe it's not good for a competition.
I don't believe so. If they say they're not making any more Xboxes and that's guaranteed,
yeah,
that's terrible.
Well, you can't have a monopoly or duopoly. So right now, technically, the biggest two. Well, I wouldn't say biggest, like Xbox, they still have to service their customers, right? Why would you, if they have so many and they still sold a lot, for them to stop servicing their customers? Excuse me. To stop servicing their customers. Why would they do that? But I get it. Like, with competition now, I don't know. I personally think, well, people can't even imagine. Well, think about it before. Like, Atari was like, the company for games.
Yeah, it was the biggest.
Then I don't know where it came up. You got arcades at one point were like massive, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, you got Nintendo, you got Sega that came and took over Atari's share, and that's the name and game of the business. Like in all honesty, in a capitalist environment, and if you know that, I don't know, we have to figure out like what is the console, the gaming industry value. Like, if you know it's, I don't know, say 50 billion, you're not going to just want to leave just Sony and Nintendo in the hardware.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to be like, you know what? We need it to be innovative. We have to come and make something different, something unique that I didn't even know at one point that Apple had a video game console.
Wait, now I'm gonna blow your mind. Do you know Sony only supports iPhones?
No, I don't know.
You didn't. So the new portable controller,
Yeah,
it's only for iPhones. It's for iPhone Arcade.
no way.
You can't use it.
So
on
then maybe they have a
Android.
partnership, right?
Yeah, currently I believe they do have a partnership.
So they have a partnership, but Sony does a good job. They're smart with their. Well, I would say they own a lot, and they're smart with their tactics, right? But in all honesty, I think that's the thing about living in the free market and capitalism, in the sense that somebody's gonna come up and wants a share of that pie.
Yeah.
So if you have less players in it, somebody's gonna be like, I can think of a console I can be competitive, I can have some unique feature to it, and I can come in. There's only two others that I'm competing with in this market share. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, let's say I don't even know what it is. Maybe I should check it out. But if it's 40 billion, and they're like, right now we know it's just Sony and Nintendo that's targeting this area, and they're like, well, I'm gonna come up with something that I know people are gonna love, them being a gamer and having a history of it. And if I introduce it, I guarantee at least getting 3% of that amount.
That's true, yeah.
That's still if we go. I don't know. Let me kind of Google it. What would you think? I'll tell you.
I think the gaming network is trillions. I think that whole area, it gets into the trillions market. Personally. Because you remember all the microtransactions that are in games, all the purchases. Everyone's doing these purchases. They're buying their consoles, they're buying whatever's in the console, the controllers, headphones. There's so much into it. Oh, I need a gaming monitor now. The gaming industry, you put gaming on top of a product, people are buying it.
So I'm pretty close, actually, Canadian. I said 40 billion. So in 2021, it was about 23 billion USD. So if you convert
yeah,
it,
that's actually pretty.
Yeah, and then they're anticipating, and they grew from 24.1 in 2022 to they're thinking it's going to be 33.8 billion by 2030.
That's crazy, and that's only that's in Canada only.
No, I think that's just the global gaming console market
Really?
size. So they're basing on U.S. money. So yeah, I'm saying 40. If you came up, right, what was it, 30? They're saying, okay, see, even 24.1 billion, right, times 1.35, if that's what it is, or maybe 3. Yeah, 30 billion to forecasting anywhere in 2030, it'll be 40 billion. But even 30 billion, 30 billion. 3 billion, right? That's
crazy.
That's crazy. I'm just trying to make up the math. Yeah, so there's 1,000 millions in a billion. Yeah, that's intense. That I even right? Times 40 or 30, sorry. 30 times so 1,000 times 30, that's 30,000 million. And then if I said the market share at 3%, yeah, that's nuts. You're talking about 900 million. And all you have to do is come up with an innovative, well, I saw that. That's a crazy thing. I went to, this is why I like a competition. You're right. But I don't think it stays long. Once somebody realizes what the market's capable of, people come in.
Yeah, all the time.
They're going to innovate, they're going to bring, and they're going to make. And somebody who has a passion for, having the next best new innovative gaming console that's going to be like no other, right? Like that comes out of like Sony when they came with the CD and the way they did it. It's like, whoa, where did you come? We're going from cartridges to this, this.
They're pretty cool. Though.
Yeah, like even the idea. It's just like the only thing I was like digital is the only thing I'm like against because you don't have the right to own it or use it. It's more like licensing.
Yeah, so it's exactly like recently Sony was under fire because they were removing a bunch of digital games off the market. And
yeah,
if they were on your account, they were gone.
Yeah,
just like that. Because it's true, you are just licensing the right to say you're playing the game.
So that's where I'm kind of thinking. It's like okay, but in all honesty, competition is good. And it makes sense, right? And you need it, but it depends on the free market what people want. Like so, to me, it's not bad. It just Xbox has been doing it for a while, and they've never been like a top selling console.
No,
they've tried, they changed it, they listened, they did all these other things. It just didn't pick up. And at one point, it's like, is it worth continue to operate on that as a loss versus, figure out something to make money?
I agree with that.
Like, it's different. You can't be like, Sony and Nintendo are going to take care of everything. Right now, so in my personal opinion, I think Nintendo's just writing out their names. They're not going very creative with their...
They don't care.
They don't care, which isn't good. Because... if you're not on top of it, you don't come up with something to address your fan base and you write it, I just say you're going to be like a BlackBerry story.
But you agree with that. In my opinion, okay, so you heard the controversy about Power Worlds, the new game? That it's it's Pokemon just with guns?
No. Oh, Power World, I was copying them. Yeah.
Yeah, so people are mad, Pokemon, the developers, aren't even mad about that. They don't care. They're like, it's all cool. They're not copying us. Because if they go back, Pokemon technically copied Dragon Quest. Technically.
Dragon Quest? I don't know.
It's that really old game. It was before Pokemon. It's on TV too. It's really old. It's so iconic because the first gen Pokemons look exactly like the Dragon Quest monsters.
Well, I didn't know. I wouldn't have even thought or looked at that, right?
So yeah, Pokemon doesn't care, but as being a Pokemon fan, hopefully Pokemon.
They did Pokemon. They sued those people.
No, they sued. They didn't sue They sued the people who made the mods for that game. There was a certain mod that made all the pals into Pokemons.
What do you mean they made a?
What they call the Pal World, those monsters, they called pals.
Yeah.
So the mod was to turn all those pals into Pokemons. So Nintendo sued them, the people who made the mod, not the company.
I'm confused.
Because it's an online game. I can go on it's on Steam and I can't mod Pokemon from my computer. I can mod Minecraft. There's a Minecraft mod pack called Pokemon in Minecraft. It's kind of funny.
Simulator kind of style, but...
Yeah, so it's Nintendo sued those people. Power World is the most selling game right now. And ever since Power World came out, Nintendo, one of the guys in Nintendo said they're going to make Pokemon even better. So it's how Pokemon's been at, it's kind of gotten repetitive. It hasn't changed that much. Besides have you played the open world game?
I don't know. I'm call me old school, old fashioned. I like the turn based. I really like the old. And then you throw the Pokeball.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
That's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm traditional, old school, style. I would take. They could have so much success. I could take the same game and make it into crazy graphics, alter it, That's what I would do. Pokemon Yellow, I would take it and add a nice story to it, make the graphics more real and better.
Yeah, exactly.
And just do the same kind of setup. Same thing with a lot of those Nintendo too. They have so much chance.
But they don't act on it because there's no competition.
But it's not competition anymore. Once you see the problem where I get, once they create something and it's good and it knows it's making money, they don't stop. They stop competing.
They just milk it. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what happens. And then what ends up happening, people getting upset and bored, and they're like, "Oh, this is, I can't continue to." Xbox was the same thing, right? Like it's just. Well, I don't know. They did make a better console. Like it was more powerful on specs. Than what it is. It just for some reason they didn't do it right. Like so, I don't know. Competition is good, in my opinion. But hey, DB Clouded. We're just talking about Sony won the console. Televate. Sony has won. Sony and Nintendo are winners.
Battle Pass is coming to PlayStation, bro.
Get Gears of War. Guess what is playing on PlayStation? Gears of War. It's funny because I just showed my brother-in-law right away. I'm like, yeah, guess what? But yeah, no. I hope they don't stop making consoles, or they try to figure out something. And the best thing would be if I could see Nintendo games like I would love to play like Super Smash, Mario Kart, like on PlayStation, bro, and like Link, Zelda. I would love to play that on PS5.
No, I agree. It would be so fun.
Like it'd be so much fun, like so worth it,
Oh, I'm excited for too. They showed the trailer for Final Fantasy VII, the Rebirth.
Like, is that completely new? Are they completely?
They've changed the Rebirth story. Like, you know how they did the remake, Final Fantasy remake. So you know how there's like Advent Child, like there was a whole Final Fantasy VII series with like Cloud and Jill and all of those people as that. So like they're gonna try and redo that, like. They're bringing that whole thing back, but in Rebirth they changed the story a little bit to make it like more newer and like make sense.
Yeah, more appealing kind of thing. But
I'm
actually excited. Like, and you know what? Competition to me is good as long as it keeps you up to toe. But there's people that once you're a winner, you lose that drive. Right? So it's like it's no longer a competition because they're on the top. It's it's like Rocky. Remember when he was on top, he didn't have a field when he lost it, and then that drive came back, right? And then there's people that just never bounce back. Like for me, BlackBerry was amazing, man. Software, security, that's what they stuck to. But like their hardware was sick too. Like, I don't know why they kept. Final Fantasy Crisis Core. They kept releasing new smartphones with specs that were outdated versus the competitors and charging the same or more for specs that were way less. Like, why? Like, you're gonna start losing. I was loyal, like, to the very end, but at the end it was gone. It was a sinking ship, right? I know a lot of people were loyal and they switched. Because you're not innovative. What are you doing? Like, you wrote it out and did all that, like, why? You sit there and they're the original maker of the smartphone. That's like their idea. That's the sad thing. So competition, look at that. Competition drives it. They came up with the idea. They developed it. They saw the potential of it. Boom, you got Android coming in. Boom, you got, look at Nokia. Nokia was like, it's still around. Their 5G network and stuff, but they were like massive handheld, like cell phones. Nokia now, like they make, but they don't have the same share as they used to have.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's the thing. I don't know. Like I don't know. Like is Apple better or is Android better?
Personally,
what's more secure? What's more safer? What's faster?
Personally, I'm going to give this to Apple again. Just for one reason.
What?
The transfer of data and security between all your devices, once you have it, like, it's all locked in. I could go check for my one device if it's been turned on or touched.
Yeah, true. You get that. But But I didn't know the other thing. I didn't know Apple had a gaming console. Did you know that?
Oh, you're talking about the Apple Arcade console. It's called Apple Arcade something.
Wait,
It's a little square. It's a little square that has the Apple logo on it, and you game on it.
No, like an actual Apple console. Let's try to see
Okay,
here.
I'm gonna look this up. Apple console. No, they don't. Images. Are you talking about Rico? You trolling? Is
Yeah,
this
the
that?
white one, the other one.
This one?
Yeah, that was a while back.
How old is this?
That was in the 80s. They had,
Pippin.
huh?
Pippin. It's called the Pippin.
Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't even know. So there's like consoles out there, like we would never, like, but they never picked up. All right. So that's what's crazy. But that's competition for you. Somebody always builds and makes. And then right now I just saw it, but I wouldn't pay. It's a handheld by Asus. You saw
Oh
it?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
$800.
Yeah. No, you know what's very competitive right now? I don't like it. Handhelds.
No,
Steam Deck.
we are such young, handsome men. Yes, we are very handsome and young. But Steam Deck, I saw that, but I wouldn't pay. Like right now, my opinion, Nintendo and Sony would have it.
Yeah.
As soon as they launch a new one, people are just gonna jump and buy it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what
No, because you don't.
it was
need
like
a big
$300
screen.
one, and the other one was like $300.
You know what? Like, it's such a big screen.
Yeah, like and I wouldn't pay $1,800 for a head. I would never pay that for
That's
a head.
crazy.
It just doesn't make sense for me to do. Because I feel like it's too much, and why I would do that, right? And imagine the drainage of if it's super powerful of the batteries and everything else. But I don't know, all honesty. But yeah, we're young, we're handsome, we're feeling the fireworks. All right, DB. But whenever you see Evade, you tell them Xbox One. It's still around. And we go crazy. I was this close to considering and buying the Xbox Series X. You know what I mean? Hearts. Yours is a diamond.
Are you serious?
You have to make the heart like this. You see that? Go like this.
Mine
There's
looks
different
like
ways of doing
mine
the
looks
heart.
like
Huh?
more of a heart than yours.
Not really. Yours looks like a diamond. Look at the camera and make it. There you go.
That's for you, DB Clouded.
DB clouded. But yeah, I know competition's good, but also sometimes people that win, they become lazy. They become lazy.
Soon enough. Also, one thing I'm really excited for, DB Clouded. We're gonna get Rico playing. We're gonna make you play Monster Hunter. What's that new Monster Hunter game?
I don't know about that. I thought the original one was horrible. Like it botched as
Which
a game. It was like a Monster Hunter game.
Are you talking about the PSP one?
No, it was but it was like available for PlayStation as well as Xbox, and it just bombed. Why? But anyways,
Crossplay is gonna be everywhere. That's what I'm saying. Like for every game almost now.
what?
Crossplay. Like you should be able to play with
No, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that you can't crossplay with. So like, I couldn't crossplay PS5 with PS4.
Huh?
Yeah,
You
it's
can't?
weird. It's not even crossplay. It's the same system, but you can't play. Like I couldn't play FIFA at 24 with somebody who has the same game on PS4. They can play with somebody with Xbox 360 or whatever was before the Xbox Series, whatever.
Are you sure? That's weird.
Yeah, but I could play with Xbox Series X and PC. Does that make sense?
Wow.
No, but no, I don't know. Like that to me, it is what it is. But it's a short meeting today that we had. We want to stay on track. We'll bring it up, and hopefully Sunday there's a lot more. We might
longer.
Yeah, Sunday we have a few things to do, and then there's a few things maybe have a later in the night a show. It is the Super Bowl after all, the 49ers against the
79ers. I don't know football. I'm playing.
49ers. But yeah, we're looking forward to that. But we wanted to do a short one. Final thoughts, like competition's good. For me, I like it. Free market cap, you get innovative. People stay on top, then they go, then new ones come in, and that's just the name and nature of the beast. It is what it is. 30 years ago, you could name who were the top, like, console makers. It's different now. Maybe one survived, one became something else, but that's how it is. Same thing with phones. 20 years ago, everybody had a BlackBerry.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's how crazy it is. And now look, that's what it is. And mostly everybody has Apple, right? But yeah, competition is good. It's healthy. And then the only thing I don't like, if somebody wins at the top, they start falling back and not taking it seriously. You have to be
complacent.
Yeah, you have to be always like, it's a competition. It's always a share. Every year, it's like you're beginning. That's the mentality, and being innovative and empowering others and your employees and who you interact with, your third-party suppliers or vendors, to give them the empowerment, to give you ideas, take their ideas. Don't just be closed-minded to figure out, to change. That's the beauty and nature of competition, right? It's that. So that's it's healthy and it's good. But and the final thing I have to say, PS5 baby, PlayStation 1 right now against Xbox. In my opinion.
All I've been saying is PS5's always been on top. I mean PlayStation. Never question about PlayStation's loyalty.
Never. But anyways, appreciate you. Smash it, subscribe and like. Love it. Send it away. Hopefully we come and do something on Sunday. If not, it'll probably be the following week. We really enjoy doing this and look forward to more topics as well as our potential next guest. Thank you, everyone. And then our final goodbye. The eagle has to fly. I think that rhymes.
That actually was good. I'm not gonna lie. That last one.
Enjoy and have fun.
The eagle shall fly.
شد قدمياته زرخالدن رمياته نينا برات دمتواته مخشم شد قدمياته زرخالدن رمياته نينا برات دمتواته
وي من غيام وغبتا يا كلد بنيسان وي من غيام وغبتا يا كلد بنيسان قازر يا تديا مدخوبة قازر يا تديا مدخوبة مرقن يا تشطرانه
قازر يا تديا مدخوبة مرقن يا تشطرانه
هلا يدخرق دخشخاني هيان ويخلي تدقاني شوش لقومك شطرنتي يا غزالة خلماني خيوتا من خيوماني تاخبت النغدراناني اسقى خلطور داطراني تامبان خبيتني
شاتا خمرت خباني وبرق دخل شيخاني شاتا خمرت خباني وبرق دخل شيخاني
قشارة برات غزيلي خاينة قاتوخيلي قشارة برات غزيلي خاينة قاتوخيلي بلي بيه تبقنوا خبيقاتهم الدنوى خبيقاتهم الدنوى خبيقاتهم الدنوى
لا تيلا ولا تيلا